Good evening, everybody. On behalf of EO, Anderson, and DB, welcome to Tuesday night. I'm Ken Meringolo, and on behalf of First Amendment Sports, I'd like to introduce you to Tim Strachan.
That is me, who is not here once again.
It's becoming a
2
thing.
weeks in a row. I mean, but here's the thing I'm upset with. I'm not upset that Kevin Ricca is at the beach for a second week in a row. I'm not, even though he promised he was going to be here for the New Year's celebration.
He's here.
But
he's here
what?
with us tonight.
Oh, there. Yeah. Well, we could have him in I guess spirit. But here's the thing.
a lot of
He
spirit.
was told to stay at the beach.
Yeah,
I don't have anybody telling me to stay at the beach.
that was a direct order.
What the hell? Why don't I have anybody saying, "Hey, you need to stay at the beach"? That's what I'm pissed off about.
No one's telling me that either.
No.
The people,
I mean,
I'm not a beach guy.
I haven't been to the beach in 4 years.
No one wants to see me at the beach. I mean, look, you can even tell just by like the tip tops of my arms where there would otherwise be skin color. It looks like I'm translucent.
I might have. Oh my god! I might have you beat. I might.
Dude, you need some vitamin D shots. Ken Harris, good evening, sir. Greg Martin, EO, J Dubs,
At least
AGH.
I wear the longer sleeves. Look, you need to wear the longer sleeves.
Hey, listen, this T-shirt, a gift from someone who's commenting on the board right now, and all I can say is, obviously, some people fill out shirts differently. I mean, he outgrew it. Maybe I will too someday.
Have your arms continued to grow? That's cool. At your age,
Maybe instead of HGH, a little AGH in your life, you know, and I think that strengthens all of us. Rhett, what's up, man? Who else we got? T. Strachan, Rob Cohen, love it. Good evening, all. So, I mean, I wanted to. We're just tiptoeing out into the water here, but I thought the year one AD was fun. It was cool, and it was a good ride, but it was always coming to an end because the year
was, yes.
Yeah, it's going to be it's technically the year of our Lord 2 AD starts now, but the show is still called Thank God It's Tuesday. We just had a little like it's like Saved by the Bell, the college years.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That was the college years.
You so want to just continue to say 2AD. Problem is,
we
too
will.
many people ask me what it means.
It's numerical. It's literally the
I mean, the people on the
tracking
board
of time with
know,
numbers.
You know, I know. Kevin, I think, knows what it means, but other people don't.
But you're a good teacher.
And when I tell them, they're like, "Oh, okay."
It's just the first year of the new time.
I love it. No, don't get me wrong. I don't dislike it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now it's easy. People, you don't have to. It's not going to change in meaning of what it is. Like when it's like 25 AD, 25 years from now, and we're doing the show, and and that's going to be. It doesn't change what it actually stands for. So that's good. A lot of people are going to be bought in now. They'll be able to ride it all out. This is the new time, the new way we keep time numerically. So the year 2 AD starts now. Now, obviously, camp's going on. There's going to be a actual football game on Thursday night. Preseason gets underway.
This Thursday?
Yeah. Bears and somebody. And no one's playing.
Caleb's not playing.
No one's playing.
No one's playing.
It's...
Can you really call it a football game?
Yeah.
If no one's really playing.
I mean, yes, because it's officiated and it's kept and scored. The time. It all comes back to time. This show is about time. It's the year 2 AD.
Actually, time is tied into the history of the game of football. You know that, right?
Time is.
The clockmaker.
Sure.
Came up with the concept of football.
And he was thinking, because he knew then they would be dependent on him. He created himself. That's why clocks became such a big deal. Football.
Okay.
He needed to attach clocks to something that people would be like, all right. I mean, and he was like, football is going to really be a big deal. I think I can make clocks. I think they can make clocks big. That's what I'm just saying.
Clocks in football.
That's how good football is. It made clocks what they are today.
Something's wrong with your internet. I can't.
No, I'm good. I'm full bars.
I'm stalled.
All right. Hopefully, people can still see us out there. But
bit of a storm.
It is time to get excited about manner of speaking. Sorry, sir. I don't know how I missed you. It is time to start getting excited about actual football. The clock
There's
changes over to
actual
August 1st.
football being played right now. Pads at all, dude?
It's not. It's something. It's made it.
We're closer.
It's
There's actual shit happening on the field, and it's all pretty.
first actual
positive
real
stuff.
hit. I mean, I know they go hard. I'm sure you guys are fighting for roster spots, and you're going to get physicality and intensity. I understand, but this ain't 1983 in Carlisle when the Steelers come to town for a week of joint practices with Joe Bugle's Hogs and Dexter Manley and those guys. I mean, this preseason, the preseason has lost all meaning, and not in a bad way. It just has lost all meaning. Like it's going to have to come to
It's
mean
not
something
the two
else.
days of yesteryear. It's not the.
And I understand they don't need to get in. They were
camp.
need to get in shape.
It's not the camp that it used to be.
It's not. They don't start playing. It's not like it's not like August 1st hits and a bunch of guys start wearing pads and playing football.
Right.
That's not what's happening. So, and that's fine. I'm not here to be bitter or complaining about the fact that preseason is meaningless. Obviously, I love preseason games. We're soon going to go down from, I think at one time we had 6, and now we're going to, I mean, we'll barely have 2 before long, and that's fine. Trust me, totally fine. As long as, I mean, obviously you're going to get graded on how you show up week 1. And
I do think the joint practice
Are you ready?
Become more of a big deal,
they should.
and the NFL will figure out a way to capitalize on that.
Yeah, and I mean, we've all played
They're gonna
football.
start holding them at night under the lights so fans can come watch, or something stupid like that.
I would say that brand of football, preseason football, is as marketed as it could ever possibly be. And there's no way, if they can't get the Pro Bowl, any game that doesn't count as a game is never again going. You can't ever make it more than it is. No NFL player at this point in time, from now until forever, will ever take a game that doesn't matter seriously, because it could end up costing him everything. Career, which is like tens of hundreds of millions of dollars.
Some of those hangers on, it could make their career though too.
Yeah. So that's where we're going to see a lot of those guys playing, and that's fine. Those are the guys who need to play.
Yeah.
Those are the guys that they need to get seen. I also but my other pet peeve. Now that we've like weeded through a lot of preseason pet peeves over there. Trust
Just
me.
gonna do some grind our gear moment. Let's just keep grinding your gears.
I don't like. I hate the idea of saying like you're gonna play 3 plays. Like, don't get, you know what I mean? Like, they get to a preseason game, they're like, well, I just want them to get up, get out there, get the feel, the whistle, and the blah blah blah.
I can do it in 2 plays.
2 plays. I can get you done in 2 plays, maybe 1. I mean, if you're gonna freaking play. You know what I mean? Play a quarter, play a half. But this like 2 or 3. So that's stupid. Don't get a 350-pound machine all revved up and throw them out there for 2 preseason plays and then say like success. You accomplished nothing.
Good night, buddy.
It was unnecessary risk at the end of the day. If you're worried about risk, if you're not putting them out there because you're worried about risk, you just created a whole lot of stupid, pointless risk. So I don't know what they're gonna do. Maybe so I've been thinking about this. I don't just come with the sniping of the way that it is. I come with ideas.
Careful how you talk.
Ideas. Preseason tournament. All right, so a preseason NFL tournament. Maximum we can figure out how to like make pots.
What are you talking about?
So they have to. These games have to mean something, maybe even to us, or to create some kind of a competitive situation where maybe
you just talked about how no one's going to play.
I know. I'm changing the whole paradigm. I'm going to create a situation where the preseason actually means something again, in a good way.
Okay, here we go.
Preseason tournament. The NBA is doing an in-season
Buckle
tournament.
up.
I say preseason tournament. It's your bottom 45 players going at it. You're not going to throw out unless you're allowed to play. You're allowed to play whoever the F you want anytime ever. But I think the understanding is you're not going to try out Justin Jefferson, for 3 games. Maybe if you make the championship game and these players are making some money. There's so much money. There's so much money to go around. You could do anything.
What's the incentive going to be? Because it depends. I mean, you're going to want to throw your best guys out there if there's a good enough incentive.
Okay, how about this? Incentive is a wild card, a playoff wild card.
I think you were on to something when you said the bottom 47.
Yeah.
Because those guys are hungry and they want to actually
Yeah.
show that they can play. So they would be playing their asses off. Now, that's intriguing.
Yeah. A wild card winner. If you win the tournament, you get, this is absurd. Obviously, it would never happen. But if you win the tournament, you get a wild card, which would make it uneven in the conferences. So you'd have to, the other conference would get an additional wild card that they would fight for. The conference that already had one in gets no extra wild card.
But the winner gets to keep 5 extra roster spots.
He'll never get away with that. I mean, it's one thing, T, to put a wild card playoff spot on the line in a preseason NFL tournament. Okay, but it's absurd.
Because these are the guys that are they put the work in. They deserve to be.
I know, but it's a union gig, bro. You can't.
You just said you were going to change the whole thing. You didn't run it by the union first.
You're going to have to get a lot
now
of union buy-in.
My idea has to be run by the union first.
Hey, we gotta be in it for the.
I'll get D on the phone.
He's gone.
He is gone.
Yeah,
he's in
gone.
his place.
I should know the answer to that. Current president of the NFLPA. I mean, he was. So there was an election. There was multiple elections.
Again
No. Was he Gonzaga or Prep? He was somewhere around here, I think.
Really?
I think so. Yeah. They had a bunch of candidates, including my guy George, who was the assistant for D when he was there. George Asala, and he was awesome. I want to say they got a lawyer. I mean, did Troy Vincent? He might have been involved. Someone might be able to help us out on the board. I
have no internet.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on with Ken's.
It's not just so you can't call for help, T. Obviously, we removed you from the thing.
Starting to get a little worried. If I'm not here next week, you guys.
This video just became like a total. It's like in the random kink category. No one wants to see. No one wants to see that. $25 Amazon gift card.
This is how I feel about Kevin being at the beach. By the way, my shirt.
Dog pooing.
Yep.
Well,
I poo on that.
I hope he's there, and if he's not there, we can always bring him in. What would he say? What would he say about that? I think he would say, you know what?
I think maybe we should come up with a new picture every week.
He looks like a preseason loving guy. He's got a lot of love to give. That guy has a lot of love to give, and he's leaving it on the floor, the podcast floor. Rob, I'm trying to see here. All right, a Sunday ticket membership. That's for the players. All right, we'll get there. We're gonna workshop all of this over the coming days and weeks ahead. Anything strike your fancy at this point in camp? It's a whole lot of not very fancy striking
The fact
stuff.
that Brandon Coleman's getting some work, and a lot of it. I hate the fact that Wiley's hurt and he's just got some stiffness, but I think it's providing Coleman the opportunities that he needs. And
he needs reps.
He very likely could be probably the starter on the left side if I had to guess, because I don't think Wiley's going
Coleman?
anywhere. Yes.
We need him to be the left tackle. When they drafted him, they were praying to God they could sell him as a left tackle internally and externally without knowing at all. And we technically still don't know. But we do know that we're going to hear a lot of positive things about him from the coaching staff, as long as he doesn't completely piss himself. And we're going to
But the media has been positive about him.
Yes. And I don't
think that's crap.
And I don't think we're hearing about us nosing around for veteran left tackles.
Not right now.
So I'm optimistic, but offensive line projects in the third round and later, they give you a little knot in your stomach.
Where we are, we need.
If you hit on that,
a dog to just sort of elevate himself.
If you hit on that, if we hit on a third round left tackle,
bro,
that's
it puts us at least a year ahead of schedule.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it's astronomical if it works out for us like that, and it could. It totally could. It remains to be seen.
There's some cool stories out there.
Yes.
There's the walk-on linebacker. It's a pretty cool story. He's turning heads. The linebacker from Temple's turning some heads. That's the cool stuff. And if you want to talk about Jaden Daniels, the thing that I like is, again, everything is so damn positive. It can't be just propaganda. It can't just be smoke and mirrors. The positivity on this guy so far has been very pleasant to read about.
Honeymoons are great.
I'm not there. I don't go to the practices. I got to, I got to rely on the people that are there reporting on it. But damn,
Honeymoons are great.
Is that what it is? Because I don't think
it's part of it.
There's plenty of writers locally and nationally that want this organization to continue to fail. It's not like they're looking to prop them up. So
and there's nobody
news would be a plenty.
There's nobody to kiss up to, and there's no one. There's nobody like they don't have an adversary. The media, the local media, the way they had
positive
one
news
with
Forbes
Snyder
and his 20-pound gained frame.
No negativity is a big deal. I think Jaden Daniels
There's not a lot of negativity out there. I don't find it. Do you guys find it? I haven't seen it.
So it's not negativity. But the question marks about how good we can be.
So much optimism
are unresolved until the season starts. Keeping guys healthy. 2 defensive ends, 2 pass rushing ends out for the season. The Cowboys dude and Sean Williams, I think his name is. I'm not sure. And then, which is, by the way, a huge blow to them. And I forget the name of the other guy. Slips my mind.
You don't want to. That sucks.
It's terrible. And it's like literally like going to ESPN or CBS or whatever and looking at headlines, and it's the last thing you want to see at all. So you got to escape that injury bug a little bit, but getting back to Jaden Daniels being all the stuff being glowing and positive about him. That's also, I think, a little bit. I'll give Marcus Mariota just a little bit of credit there. I think he's made it a lot easier. There's nobody who thinks that
easier how.
Because I think everyone believes that Jaden Daniels will be our starter in week 1. And I think Marcus Mariota and Jaden Daniels believe that. I think everyone knows that and believes it. They're splitting reps for first teams to give Marcus Mariota and Jaden Daniels, reps, and they're billing it as we're not naming our starter yet. I think Marcus Mariota has made that process for Daniels a lot smoother. He's not like taking heat off. I mean, no one cares about Marcus Mariota. But I think there's a lot going on.
I think his wife does.
I hope so.
Pretty sure she does.
It's a huge problem in the NFL. Divorce and alcoholism. It's destroying these guys.
I think he's good in both.
I think so too.
I think so.
I think that
his mom
probably cares about him. Yeah. All right, I'll give you that.
Okay.
I hope he hasn't ruined that relationship.
It's taken me this long to come up with 2, but there's 2.
I think Marcus Mariota being there is a good thing for because of what he does. I think he's being he's got the right frame of mind to have a guy like Jaden Daniels coming in, to take that job, and also he's not,
he hasn't quit yet.
He hasn't quit yet.
That's a huge plus. We might need this MFer.
No one's looking for anything out of this guy.
Well, I mean, he is going to be the backup, so he's got to be ready to go.
And I can't remember the last time a backup didn't play for us in a season.
Last year. Brissett got a few. That's right. He did come in.
Sam Howell's a great answer to the question.
It's close. He almost made it the whole season with taking every snap.
He almost did. He might be the closest one. Kirk Cousins, I think, even came close a couple times. He might have actually done it. Not last year. So I think. Wait, something better going on at noon. Oh, I see. For me, the story that I'm kind of today, I watched the post camp practice press conference, and I saw Johnny Newton. What's that?
That's another positive thing that's coming out here. Not only is he out there working, he's good to go.
He's a big boy, and he's I mean, he's okay. So The only thing bigger than getting a starting left tackle in the 3rd round that you could possibly do is getting a superstar, like generational talent on defensive line in the 2nd round. Because if Johnny Newton, by the way, I mean he is that good. He's really really good at his job, and he's a big dude.
I think it spells doom for good old Fedarius. He may be traded. I think he's primed to be traded. A 1st-round pick hasn't worked out here. Maybe he's going to be better off somewhere else.
Someone's going to give us a 1st round for him?
No, I don't think it's 1st round. I think it's going to be, but I think it's going to be a draft pick or something like that. I think we're dealing them.
But you still need more than 3 defensive linemen.
We got others.
All right. If someone wants to give me something of value, I'm obviously looking to trade we don't need that many defensive tackles, clearly. That said, isn't Mathis like going to be like considered in our top 4 or 5?
I don't know.
Okay. What I'll be interested in seeing is if and when they put Newton, Allen, and Payne on the field at the same time, because to me that is an advantage that we can. Assuming John, I don't want to take away from veterans in the league. Johnny Newton's a rookie; he's never played in the NFL. I get it.
Be a hell of a goal line stand.
Be a hell of a goal line stand. But if those 3 guys are on the field at the same time, I would think it would be you'd be getting some mismatches somewhere, and you could exploit that. Johnny Newton, there are people who throw out the Aaron Donald comp. That's absurd.
That's
outrageous. He's got to show up and do it.
You never heap that on any kid.
No.
It's going to be aggressive.
With a
no
bad
matter
wheel,
what's going to happen, this defense is going to be aggressive, and that's what I'm so excited about. Every time I've been a part of it, Maryland or anywhere else, a great team, they have an aggressive defense, a defense that takes chances, that knows how to play defense that way. It's so fun to watch too, because our defense was boring last year, absolutely boring to watch, and it got tore up.
AGH is giving
this
you a 4th.
This is going to be so awesome to see.
If we could get a 4th rounder, I'll tell you right now, AGH, if someone
probably
calls...
the best. I think it's more... I'd
done.
be more of a 5th.
If someone offers me a 4th for Mathis, I'm racing to the league office to get that done in a heartbeat. 4th rounders, especially if our guys, again, and this is their first go-around, don't want... people got to prove it, and so we'll see. We think we got good picks. We think we made good ones. But I am in favor of giving these guys more picks, and a 4th rounder in the hands of the right general manager and front office can and should be a good player. And if Mathis is that far, even if he's good enough to make our roster, he's still buried. Still buried on it. Now, you could argue that, Jonathan Allen is aging or whatever, but with all the money that we have and with who Jonathan Allen is, I would be shocked if he doesn't get an extension. I would. I don't think it's a priority right this second, but I don't think he's shown. I think he's been our guy, and if he can still play in the middle of that defense, they're going to keep going to him.
But the organization's got it. I mean, he's going to want to go someplace that's winning if we're not winning. So
I think that's right.
There's going to be other pieces that have to fall into place for that to all come to fruition. He's going to be sought after and wanted, and he's going to want to.
He's going to be sought after and wanted, but if it comes down, that could be an example of someone wanting to play for us. If it's Jonathan Allen, because we're going to have the money we'll have the money to pay him.
It'll be interesting to see how that shakes out.
If he wants the money, he can get it here. Like we have all the money. All the monies we got. So he would have to want to be here. And so that could be a real interesting situation where someone chooses to be here of that stature. We haven't had a lot of opportunities. Matt Stafford, you might argue, was one. Greg saying, let's get through training camp with no injuries before trading guys away. I can get comfortable with that. As in, don't get rid of Mathis. Although, at the end of the day, if I can get a 4th rounder for Mathis, yeah, I know we spent a 2nd round on him, but as I believe it was AGH or someone said, he hasn't played a lot in 2 seasons. If we start losing guys higher than him on the depth chart, he is still not he's not the plug, the plug in the dam. You know what I mean? Like it's
We
not
don't
necessarily
know.
a reliable
We don't know.
insurance
He hasn't
option.
played.
Exactly. God, that was when he came out of the field right away in that first game. Oh well. AGH, he's trading Jamin today. What is he saying? I would trade Jamin today, but I doubt anyone would give us a bottle of water for him. I think people would give us a bottle of water for him. I think he's probably still worth more to us than he is to most other teams because he hasn't shown a ton.
Do you see who's returning kickoffs? Your boy.
Go ahead.
Eckler.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yep.
Oh, it's so. All right, let's do a little quick Back to the Future alternate timeline part of the show where we talk about the kickoff thing without Kevin. Are you good on all of the rules and regulations around the kickoff?
I have not studied it.
Not studied it, but I mean
I know
if I asked you, okay, so if a team kicks the ball through the back of the end zone, where do you get the ball?
35.
30.
30.
30. If you kick it, I believe if you kick it short of the landing zone
That's
is
where it lands.
Hold on. No.
Don't you have to hit the sweet spot? The 20
Out of the back of the end zone is the 30. There is a way where you get the ball on the 20, and there's a way you get the ball on the 40. So if you kick the ball short of the landing zone, I believe the ball comes out to the 40.
Gotcha.
If you
It's a weak kick.
It's a weak kick. I think you can down it. If you down it, I think maybe you get to the 20. There's a way you get to the 20, but all that to say, if you look at the field, the dispersion, so like if you're kicking from the middle of the field and you kick it straight there, that's obviously a tougher kick, and the runner has the full field, so you have more of these coffin corner type kicks. So you're dancing with the devil a little bit there, but ultimately that runner still only has really one line of defense to break.
Is it still a penalty if it goes out of bounds?
It's still a penalty if it goes out of bounds.
Okay.
Well, out to the 40, I believe. Still. I believe if you know how if I kick off and it's bouncing out of bounds like around the 10-yard line and stops inbounds, if I'm standing out of bounds and I touch the ball, it goes out to the 40. If they throw the flag, and so if you see that a lot, you see runners they'll straddle the field, so they'll put if they're in the corner on a kickoff, they'll put a foot on the out of bounds line, and so the player's now considered out of bounds. So if the ball hits him, the ball's out of bounds, and therefore it's an illegal kick and goes out to the 40. Same thing with the landing zone. As long as you have a foot inside the 20-yard line and you bring the ball in from outside the landing zone, I think you get it out to the 40. Okay. The kickers were starting to put the ball flat across the tee, and so I believe today they put out a ruling saying you can't do that. You got to put the ball straight up and down.
Why are they effing with the kickers?
Dude, and it's like over like a half of an inch.
There's some people you F with, and there's some people you just don't F with.
And they're going to, I think, so that's like a real time. Obviously, there's a game in 2 days that they're going to have to legislate. Right. So we're going to see it in action for the first time.
I think we should have a kickoff section, like segment.
Yeah.
Kevin can, we can just turn the camera.
Do a little whiteboard. The coolest thing is if the kicker still kicks from the 35, the kicking team lines up on the opposing 40, right? And then the returning team, I believe, lines up on the 20 somewhere, I believe. But nobody can move until the ball, I believe, lands in the landing zone or is touched by the other team. By the way, I'm half making this up as I go along. I think this is what I remember. So no one's moving until that happens.
Correct.
And so it's there's a lot of, I mean, it's
going to be weird.
It's going to be weird.
It's going to be weird. But it's going to become.
I think it's going to be like choreography.
An actual play of the game.
It's an actual play. We've been saying that. We've been saying that for the last few months. Chiefs were talking about using a position player as the kicker. So this like is another thing. Like basically, it's 11 on 10.
If you got a guy that can put it down there.
They've abandoned the idea, allegedly. I don't know that they have a guy who can reliably land it in the landing zone every time. And the you know, if you can block 10 guys and you put your runner on the kicker, you got to feel good about that. Interesting caveat where they talked about this week. If it's super windy and the ball won't stay on the tee, they always make somebody come and hold the ball. In these rules, someone comes from on the sidelines, holds the ball. There's 12 men on the field. 12 men on the field for the kicking team in this scenario. And I believe while the ball's in the air, he's got to like race off the field.
This is really going to mess with the dudes that
Yes.
are adamant that every field goal is down ball. Because the holder catches it with his knee on the ground.
Because he catches it with his knee on the ground. Exactly.
It's going to send some people into a real...
It is.
A real like, they're going to have to go see their doctors about this.
I can't tell you how excited I am about this. It's literally one of my favorite things in the sport. There's so little you can do to mix things up. Ultimately, you can only like protect quarterbacks and receivers so much. Maybe they'll figure out a way to protect them more. But adding this play, I mean, this is a big deal. This is a huge deal. This is gonna get some guys paid too, by the way. And then the question really then, how do you build your roster? Because traditionally your special teamers were linebackers and safeties, and backup defensive ends, and
But
those
if you
kinds
win
of things.
that preseason tournament,
And you get the extra spots.
yes.
Well, but so who are you putting on the field? So I mean, I've been calling it. It's a backyard play. I mean, it's a straight backyard play. So there's a form.
There's going to be linemen out there. There's going to be.
You might have one, maybe two, but like you have to be Trent Williams athletic to really make an impact on an open field play like that. Like where plays are happening 10, 15, 20 yards. I mean, he could do it, but you just can't put like a random 300-pounder out there just because he's big and fat.
No, these guys aren't random.
Understood.
None of these guys are random.
But the guys that he's trying to block aren't either.
No, that's true.
I just envision if you wanting to get serious about this, and so this is like the real evolution of this play and how it impacts rosters. Some coaches historically have been known for their emphasis on special teams, like Dick Vermeil and Virginia Tech's coach Frank Beamer Ball, Pete Carroll, Joe Gibbs. People who have dedicated, like they're like, hey, that's an important part of the game. We're gonna be the best at it. So like every team in the league has the ability, and they'll never do it, but they have the ability to put like 11 badasses on the field. Their best 11 badasses against the other team's best 11. I mean that at some point, Super Bowl playoffs.
Who's going to be first to pull off the rugby play?
The rugby play, but remember who was the kid from Good Counsel, the safety who's going to Alabama or Georgia or somewhere like that. The kid, when we watched him, saw him at McNamara, saw him at St. John's. He number one. I wish I could remember his name. Yeah. Anyways, but one of the best players in the area in high school, just an absolute dominating player. And he, from his freshman year on, refused to get off the field on special teams. Even in practice in like the middle of summer, like right now, he would race onto the field before Coach Andy Stefanelli could tell him, he's no longer play special teams because he's the best player on the team. And he never, ever accepted that. And he played special teams all the way through. Like that's, if we could find players like that at 11 of those guys, because this play, what was the average starting field position? Your average starting field position is going to be, 30-ish. The new average starting field position for this play is not going to be 30 yards. You're going to have a better starting field position, and the spikiness of that, all that data, as Kevin likes to say, is there's a lot of volatility. There's going to be balls that go into the end zone. You got to go and get it. You know what I mean? And you've got to the negative plays are going to be there. Teams that are defending this play better than anyone else are going to have a significant advantage. 11 badasses. You know, so I think I don't know how I think we're going to see like an AFC or NFC championship game or a Super Bowl where the personnel of these plays completely changes because everything's on the line, and you're going to get the absolute best versus the absolute best in a total backyard style play.
Let's do it.
Did you get his name?
No, I have no internet. What is wrong with your house?
Don't worry, that door does not lock from the inside.
Starting to get nervous.
Don't worry, hey, everything's going to be just fine. Wait, all right. This is not a good. Too much. It was already a joke that after a touchback and like 2 plays, the offense was on the other side of the 50. I'm just saying. This will, by the way, this rule. People love to hear me talk about this rule and it's changing the game. This rule will absolutely change everything about offense and defense over the course of the season. If you can get the ball, the field position game is going to be bonkers. The teams that are really good at it are going to have a significant advantage of the teams that are bad at it, and it's not going to be close. I think it's going to be stark. The ways in which you could tell a good team from a bad team by their abilities on this play. And so so you're talking about like how far do you have to score and get points, and then how far on average do you have to defend to keep the other team from scoring and getting points.
It's usually the name of the game.
Well, but if you can do that on special teams, like when the Legion of Boom was all playing special teams in Seattle,
coaches are gonna love it.
Yeah, you could be like, we're gonna be able to defend 80-yard field more times than not, and our offense is gonna get a 60-yard field more times than not.
Belichick's not coaching anymore. He'd come up with some of the.
He turned down a job,
crap.
right?
I have no idea.
Shanahan said he turned down a job to coach for San Francisco.
When you have a 22-year-old girlfriend, you would too.
I mean, I think as much as I think that Shanahan should have told, or that Belichick should have told Shanahan to pound sand. On the other hand, I don't know the whole background between Mike Shanahan and Bill Belichick. I'm sure they know each other. I would wager they have a healthy respect for each other because they both coached in the same era and they had success. Although I think they ran it up on us in the fourth quarter. I can't remember if that was Shanahan or not. I think it might have been when they went for it on fourth down and it was like 40.
That was all about Turd Swagler.
Okay, I'm down with that. I'm fine.
Pretty sure.
I'm okay with that. But I think that coaching for the 49ers is generally, in my opinion, probably a good thing. If you're not going to coach anywhere and you want to coach and you can coach on their sidelines for a probable Super Bowl run,
or if you have a 22-year-old girlfriend
and you just want to go hang out in San Fran,
I mean, why? Seriously,
is she 22?
Yeah, I think so.
22 seems young.
Maybe 24. That
seems more reasonable.
She's in her lower half of the 20s.
Okay. I mean, it's about what's inside, not about what's outside. You a jerk. So I just think I'm rooting for these kids. I hope that it works out for him, and I look forward to him being a head coach again soon, ideally at the Naval Academy. Anyone else on the board? Now we're going to queue up here as we close things out, or at least we're on the latter half of the show. The draft that that Greg Martin is administrating. Anthony, are you on the board? If you're on the board, please ring in. Greg, make sure the honorable Anthony is ready to rock. You know what? You know what? I'm looking at this AGH. I think it's like the light. It like comes in and it's either like it looks like it is two different colors, but I think that's just because of the light. I think we solved the mystery.
It's all the same color of mine.
Yeah.
So is this the game? We're doing the game now.
Yeah.
All right. I don't see Anthony on here.
He is not on yet, or he's not there yet. So Greg, cue it up. between now and next Tuesday, T, what's the headline you want to see the most?
The headline I want to see the most. That we have somebody emerging on the edge. Somebody who's showing a lot of promise to be our go-to guy from the edge. We're really lacking something on the defensive edge. We don't have the dog there anymore. Our dog is doing doggish things in Chicago right now to their number 1 overall pick, getting tossed out of practice. That's how much of a dog he was.
He's pretty doggy.
Yes, we need that guy to emerge. I want to see if that guy's emerging.
Who do you want it to be?
I don't know. I don't know who it can be.
Lay it out again for me. A certain position. It has to be a certain position.
Edge rusher.
Okay, edge rusher. Yeah. Okay. Not one of the new guys like a Dante Fowler or
could be.
I think it's Armstrong.
That's who you think it's going to be?
Yeah, okay. I do. I think it's going to be him.
Actually, there is a slight bit of negative news coming out of camp,
and
that you're not going to like. Sanat.
It's about Eugene.
Sanat is not really producing right yet. A lot of drops.
Yeah.
It may hurt how much of a factor he is in the beginning of the season. That's all.
Sure. I think Zach
right now
Ertz,
it's not been all roses for him, and we were singing his praises last week. I still think he can emerge as our potentially one of our better picks, but right now things aren't looking great for him.
You know what? I think he is an interesting. I think he should get one chance. Hopefully, we're not giving up like 4 or 5 touchdowns a game, and we don't have to get kickoffs that many times. Mm-hmm. But Ben Sanat is the kind of guy who you would who you would get the ball to. Now, I know you want speed and athleticism and agility and all that other stuff, but Ben Sanat can get you 35, 45 yards on that kickoff play. I feel pretty confident about that on average. It's unfortunate that he's not in 5 or 6 days of camp. He's not flashing. I'm not worried about it. I think he's going to be a good one, but we can't hit on every single one. It's interesting too because we talked about Johnny Newton, obviously Jaden Daniels, obviously Brandon Coleman, and of course guys who we expect to perform out of the first 3 rounds. Hopefully they all can, but the odds would tell us they all won't. All right, so here we go. You ready, T?
Yep.
You're hosting a New Year's Eve party. It's New Year's Eve theme. New Year's Eve party. 4 categories with 4 choices each. How about this? Oh, a third person from the board in draft order. Okay. We need someone to hop in. Is Ken Harris still with us? If Ken's there, he gets up because he hasn't done it for a while. Dang it, Anthony. All right, so you're hosting the New Year's Eve party. We have 4 categories to choose from.
So we're not drafting, we're bidding.
Yes. Each choice. So all right, you have a budget of $11. You can finish under budget, but not over budget, obviously. All right, and you can't, in the last round, you can repeat a choice, but you can't repeat them in the first 3 rounds.
So is Greg providing the choices?
Yes.
Okay.
He is. And now, Greg, here's the thing. If you give me this information in advance, I can actually make this graphic up. Just saying. I can do that. It's not going to be like pretty. It's not going to be, Fifth Avenue, downtown Wall Street scenario.
Sell yourself short on those keyboards, bud.
I'm just saying. It'll be just enough for us. Benjamin will get involved. All right, so NES Tecmo. I'm going down my list here. NES Tecmo, because AGH always says he doesn't want to do it. NES Tecmo, are you there? Are you there? If you're there.
Ken Harris has thrown plenty of parties with
Ken Harris is there.
Of $11.
All right, Ken, you're in. All right, so and just to make it easy, we're gonna let Ken pick first in each round. So then when we see his answer, we'll know it's our turn to pick. So Ken gets to pick first in each round. There's 4 categories, 4 choices each. Wait, who's the fourth? It's T, myself, Kevin, and who? I guess was Anthony?
Kevin.
Kevin's not here. There's 4 choices each. Greg, you got to help me out. Help me out, bruh. And then I'll put round 1 up. Let's get a little bit of a. This song gets very, very underappreciated. Okay, we got 3. When E.O. Anderson listens to this, he should know that Spotify's algorithms put his songs and Crazy Town songs together.
So Ken Harris takes Moet. Moet?
All right, so hold on. Round 1.
How do you say it?
The booze at your party. A $4 Dom, a $3 Moet. We call it Moet, but it's Moet champagne. $2 Corbel champagne and imported craft beer. $1 Andre champagne and keg domestic beer. One option will be unpicked, so it's just me, you, and Ken. Ken took them away. We can't repeat them away. T, I'll give you the second choice here.
Mine. All right, I'm gonna go with the $1 Andre champagne and a keg of domestic beer because you know what? No one actually drinks the freaking champagne. They just take that one drink at midnight. It's really about making sure there's enough for everybody.
I'm a cocktails guy. I don't care about craft beer, and so it's easy. I'm gonna I get forced into the $4 pick right out of the gate.
I think you're wasting your money.
Well, but not only I am getting the Dom, so that's for the midnight
I know,
cork
but
pop.
my $1 stuff is doing the same thing that your $4
No, because
stuff
I'm
is
getting
doing.
premium brand liquor.
But it's all doing the same thing. It's all getting them to the same place.
I'm going, dude. A cocktail and a beer are
to each his
different,
own. You can have the 4,
dude.
it's fine.
I'm just saying.
We'll
like,
see.
I mean, are we gonna have
You're
to
gonna
pick
want
between
that $4 back.
Parliament and
We'll
cool
see.
cigarettes for this
All right.
Greg, shindig?
Let's go. Number 2.
Round 2.
We got 3 going.
My budget is already.
We'll save the one
crunched.
that wasn't picked for the ghost party. That could be.
This is the $2 option. If I have to choose, also I had to choose between the $4 and the $2. $2 is Corbel
Who's writing this down?
and imported beer. Greg is.
Okay.
I just can't. I can't go with. I don't care about imported and craft beer versus all premium brand liquor. That's worth $4 to me all day. Just if it was just for me.
Okay.
That means I get to drink Red Breast.
My
at this
guys are going to
party.
be just as drunk as yours.
No.
And I've got plenty more money to spend.
Your guys are going to be farting everywhere, all over the place. Just
New Year's
doing
Day
keg
is
stands?
supposed to be a hangover day.
I get Bloody Marys. You're still drinking Andre champagne.
It's fine.
Floaters.
It's fine.
I'm going to
All right.
visit your party. We
There
haven't
we go.
got.
Round 2. Put round 2 up there.
All right, there we go. Finally came in. Round 2, the food at your party. It's a $4 sit down, 3-course meal of salad, steak, and dessert, a $3 pizza from a local pizza place, $2 assortment of boxed frozen appetizers made in the oven, $1 chips and dip. Ken gets to go first this time again, and I will go second. I know which one I want, obviously. Wish I could just take it. I don't know if I can give Ken the first pick in every single one of these drafts. I mean, I have to save money, so don't take the
Ken's
chips.
going to screw both of us by going first again.
Mm-hmm.
This is important, sort of.
We have $11. How many rounds?
It's 4.
Well, shit. I spent a lot of money that way. All right, Ken. Which I don't have the
Jeopardy music.
Jeopardy music.
Come on, Mr. Budget of $11.
We're gonna have a lot of copyright issues on this one.
Why would you do that? Although Jeopardy would be copyrighted too.
Sorry, we might be jeopardizing the revenue we were sharing with you from this broadcast by using your song as our theme song.
Ooh, so
Ken takes
Ken
the
takes
pizza.
the pizza. Smart
All right.
move.
All right, so I get to go second. So I realized with $11, there's no reason to be budgetary at this point, right? There's only 4 rounds. If there's 4 rounds, then that means and the pizza's gone. I get. I'm going sit down dinner, 3-course meal. I'm going top of the line every single time I can. So that's the Dom Perignon with the premium, all the premium shit, bottles, and you're sitting down at a table and we're serving you 3 plates of food. Bam. What do you got?
Give me some pigs in a blanket, some
I know what this party is.
spanakopita, some
They're terrible.
little quiche.
I'll eat a ton of them, and they're terrible.
Wings. You can go wings. Frozen appetizers.
Well, no. Oh,
wings.
okay, yeah, frozen appetizers, of course.
Hell
Pigs in a
yeah.
blanket.
I
TGI Fridays.
just said, pigs in a blanket, little mozzarella sticks, dude. There's
Stuffed,
so many good things I could do.
Potato
with
skins.
Frozen appetizers. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Definitely give me that one.
I mean, it will kill you, or your plumbing.
$8 left, bro.
Dude, but I have.
You don't even know what's coming up.
I have $4 left, and I have.
You know, Greg always saves the best for last.
We'll see. We'll see. Listen, I had to make a choice. I'm not shortchanging the people that come to my party.
Round 3, put her up
This
there.
is a fire. This is like the fire festival. I mean, this can't be cheese sandwiches. Although I love cheese sandwiches, white bread, mayonnaise, Kraft slice. All right. Round 3. Round 3. The pre-midnight entertainment leads me to believe there might be a post-midnight entertainment. So for $4, a playlist of music made by you on a great sound system that tears the house down. Number 3, the college football playoff quarterfinal game that's on at 7:30. All right, so you get the football game. The $2 option is no TV or music, just mingling before midnight. And for $1, you get music, but your wife controls every song played through her cell phone. Okay. Ken, once again, out of respect for the fish sandwiches, you, sir, get to go first.
I thought you were about to,
Take it away.
Well, no, I thought you were about to insult him on his age, but
no.
Nice twist with the fish sandwich.
Yes.
Play right there. That was, man. Now I want a fish sandwich. Why you do that?
You ain't getting a You don't want to. You want a frozen one of those. You want to be fresh fried.
I've sworn off fast food. By the way, I haven't had fast food for 2 months.
Even Taco Bell?
Nope. I haven't had Taco Bell for years.
Me neither. I have. Not very often. Like very rarely.
All right, Ken.
Is Subway?
Here we go. Oh, he chose football.
He wants the college football game. All right, so then you get to go next.
All right, I'm going $4. Making my own playlist on a badass sound system.
All right.
All night long.
So you get...
Maybe that song will be on. All night long.
Oh, it'll be on it.
All night.
I need to save some money here because I got four.
You've already blown
I have
it.
$4 left, so I'm glad you took the $4 one because I didn't want to have to not get in. I want to be able to still get something. Why don't we go with? I will say that I'm not doing just mingling. I have to have music, and I trust St. Megan. I do. I trust her. I know
She's got a good cell phone.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, she has a ton of music on her cell phone.
Okay.
And it's all over the map.
Okay.
A lot of good songs. A lot of songs we've listened to many, many times. It's better than no music whatsoever. And I know she can do it.
Yeah.
So I save a ton of money, which also is totally her speed. She loves saving money. So I get to save a bunch of dollars, and now she's involved in the whole plan.
Right.
Round 4, and I have $3 left. How much money do you have left?
4.
You have $4 left. I have $3 left. Ken, I don't know how much money you have left. Oh, AGH is keeping track. I have 3.
No,
okay.
You only have $2 left.
No, I have 3.
You went 4 and 4 right off the bat, right?
Yeah, and then just
That's
1.
8.
Yeah.
And then 1. That's 9.
No. Yeah,
It's only $11. So you have $2 left.
Listen,
You have $2 left.
I have filed a few tax credits, and
Einstein.
I believe there's Joe Biden passed a plan that subsidizes at least one of my credits.
No.
All right.
You have $2.
All right, $2. But I get to go after Ken, so you can't ace me out of a pick. I have $2. That's true. All right, what do we got here? Round 4. Your
Thank you,
type of party.
Andrew and Greg.
It's either going to be for $4 a formal dress cocktail party with 10 other friend couples. Not Fred couples, by the way. Friend couples. Thinking I can help you out with the whole friend thing. For $3, a house party with 6 to 8 friends. Business casual dress. Bang out some business casual. For sure. My wardrobe is exclusively BC. Number 2, a family party with immediate family and a handful of other relatives in around the house clothes. Which is also my wardrobe is heavily in around the house clothes. And for $1, it's just you and the wife in pajamas / underwear. Interesting. But the kids are having friends sleep over upstairs. All right, so it would be a little bit weird if I'm in my underwear downstairs while my kids are upstairs with all their friends. That's not happening, for starters. But Ken took the family party for $2. So he basically left me with no choice because I only have $2. I can't afford a family party or no, I'm sorry. I can't afford a formal dress party at this point in time or a house party. So we're having Dom Perignon and a 3-course sit-down meal and premium liquor for my wife and I and all my kids' friends. Bring it on!
Good, your pajamas and underwear. Good job.
And I'm going underwear.
So I'm going $4 because that's my budget. Let's hook it up. Let's get dressed up.
Getting dressed up and drinking
Get
beer
weird.
is fun.
Come on.
I'm already like Megan's gonna be like she's gonna go to bed at 9:30 and she's like, hey, just go to Tees, and I'll be like, I'm going to Tees. She's like, why are you wearing a
won't
tux?
be allowed in.
Why are you wearing a tux?
only allowed 6 to 8.
No.
Yeah, you're having your own party.
With 10 other friend
Your
couples?
wife.
Oh no. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Dude,
you're already throwing your own party.
I'll get in with the staff. I'm gonna figure something out.
You're booked.
I am booked. I'm gonna be in my underwear, but I'll be ready. Because I also, my wife's playing all the music, so I'll really have an insight into where she's at, and hopefully,
That's a
everything's
regular
soundproof.
Saturday night for the Meringolo family, Ken.
Steak Tom and underwear at the Merengolos. By the way, how's that not the winner? All right, let's throw that up on the screen because Steak Dom and underwear at the Merengolos just won. By the way, that the Vegas just set us out as a huge favorite.
With Megan's iPhone music. I mean, that's like what? Like, you guys do that at least twice a month.
Absolutely, and everyone begs me to put my pants back on. But at some point in time, you pour enough Dom Perignon over yourself walking around the house, people just start to think that it's normal.
All right.
What do we got? Okay, so the tell me your party again. You have
My party
so you are
is Andre Champagne
Yes.
with a keg of domestic beer.
kegs if you need
A
it.
keg.
You get a keg.
Kegs.
Yeah, as much as
But
you
we're
need.
gonna need it because we need to wash down the assortment of boxed frozen appetizers. Are going to be absolutely deliciously
So
done.
on brand,
I mean, it's
hugely
gonna
on
be-
brand.
I mean, there's so much pizza, hot pockets,
Hot Pockets.
pizza bites.
Or can you, if you freeze Pop Tarts, that I mean, I might throw some in the freezer.
No,
Just
that would be breaking the rules.
toaster strudels.
There's dessert appetizers we could do too as well. So I mean,
Yeah.
we're totally good there. So
Eggos.
I'm fine going cheap on that because I went big time with
Popcorn chicken.
the music. It's my playlist on the best sound system that you've ever heard.
The sound system gets
all
some
night long.
some votes.
And we're gonna close that out with some with my wife and 6 to 8 other couples.
You get 10.
And we're gonna be dressed up. And we're gonna be doing it all night.
You can invite 6 to 8, and that leaves some room for me to make my way over. You're dressing up for those frozen.
See, even you want to come to my party. You want to ditch your wife in her pajamas.
No, because she's going to
with
go to
your
bed
dog and
early.
steak, and then come over
And all the kids
hang
are
out
going to
at
be
my
there.
spot.
And I'm just like...
you're already eliminated since you've chosen mine over yours.
We celebrate the British New Year's at around 5 or 7, something like that, somewhere between there, 6 or 7. AGH tells me what time it is. It changes.
How about that party for $11, Ken?
Which one? Oh, all right. Well, then you got to go with the Dom Perignon premium grade liquor. You got to go with the 3-course meal. The playlist a la St. Megan. I promise you, you're gonna be just dying for the next song every single time, and a lot of couch sitting underwear wearing. All right.
Oh, like you've never eaten a Friday's wing with a tux on, Greg. Come on.
Yeah. And actually, if I'm gonna be eating that food, I think renting clothes for that night makes total sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you just tell me I'm emptying the freezer section at Safeway and because you can air fry the shit out of that. It's delicious. We're 5 hours behind. So yeah, it would be 7. I was right. I was right on the nose. AGH always has me. Nasta, sir. Appreciate you. Hope you are feeling well this evening. And thanks for hanging with us all the way until the wee. That's a UK word. Wee.
Oh, yeah?
Hours of the morning.
That was a French word.
I like to... Is it? No.
Only wee.
Listen, I don't know why, but apparently everyone's hating France right now. So I don't know. I'm not trying to get involved in that.
What, because of the opening ceremonies?
I don't know. I think the Olympics in general. I don't know. It seems like people are all angry about everything. It just seems like everyone's just angry.
Welcome to 2024.
I know. I hate it. It's the worst.
Don't go on X, formerly known as Twitter. When are they going to stop doing that? The formerly known as Twitter. It takes up so many words in an article.
When are you going to stop calling the Redskins the Redskins?
Seriously, stop. Just call it X by now. I mean, we all know what it is, right?
We know what it is.
Okay.
Everyone knows.
Can we drop the formerly known as Twitter, please?
I think some people do it just to needle them.
Stop.
Listen. I do not. Excuse me. I do not give it any.
It's X. Everybody knows what X
F's
means.
or S's. We is Irish. I knew it was. I knew I was in the right. It was a United Kingdom
but
situation.
It's pronounced we in French.
We. I think it. Yeah. It's OUI, right? Not QUI. Wait. Let's see. What does he say? Yeah. Qui. Just call it Angry Box.
They say
HEH. We. Your winking eye. Have you watched Role Models before?
No. No.
You need to watch Role Models. It's such an underrated, terrible movie. I think it's Paul Rudd and Stifler are the main characters, and it's hilarious.
What's it called?
Role Models.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. It was alright.
Jane Lynch is in it. She's awesome.
It was unrememberable.
McLovin's in it.
Yeah.
I thought it was. I mean, listen. None of these movies are outrageous.
Okay.
Oh wait. Oh damn it. Greg Harris. He said Ken. Then he said Ken Harris. He's gonna go with Ken Harris's party. The Moe and crap. Because Ken.
They're all coming to my party, dude. I don't know why you're thinking this.
And it's college football, craft beer, family party. E.O. Anderson is not yet weighed in. I think I can sway him, though, if I'm not mistaken.
E.O.'s not here tonight.
Yeah, he's on there.
Oh, manner of speaking.
Yeah,
right?
E.O.'s always running. E.O. could be in like a board meeting for whatever he's on the board of, and I don't want to even guess what that is. I don't want to even go out on a limb, although I do think limbs are involved. But the band, his former band, known as the one, the only, Dislocated Boner. Here we go. We're going to get out of here. We're going to... Damn it, EO. He's going to your party. Everyone's always going to... Oh, we need a... Yeah, we do need a tiebreaker.
It's not the first time I've heard that. Yeah.
I think everyone's making a huge...
Thank you,
Oh,
Robert.
Robert Cohen breaks the tie. Everyone's going to T's party. That's always,
Giddy up, y'all.
always been the case. We love you guys. We'll be back again next week with a certain friend of ours. In fact,
I don't know. Maybe he'd be told to stay at the beach again.
In case you're forgetting what he looks like. That's what he looks like.
He may be back in the house.
I hope so.
When's our first preseason game?
Our first preseason game is in... We're not playing on Sunday, I don't believe. I think we're playing next week.
I wouldn't ask you if I knew.
Yeah, I think we're playing next Sunday. DeMatha beats McNamara. Wait, what's going on? DeMatha beats McNamara again.
I beat Ken.
Damn it! When I got that, I saw it. It said DeMatha beats McNamara again. I'm thinking like, what month is it? What season is it? Who's playing? What teams are we talking about? And I'm like, oh yeah, talking about
AGH is coming. Yo, I'm just bringing. You know what? You guys were a part of my 6 to 8 anyway, so bring your green hats.
Wouldn't be the first party that my underpants changed the demo on. Although I will argue that the new demo was
next Saturday, so not
pretty
this
fun.
Saturday.
Yeah, not this Saturday. No, the Hall of Fame game is always like super
Saturday.
bud early, and they fly out, and there's all kinds of stuff.
Man, we got way too long till we see some action.
Greg will be there. I would like to be there. I'm working hard to make it happen. It's just it's not going
my way.
my
Why don't you
way.
guys come over to my house? We'll have the party while we're waiting for the first preseason action to happen. So
On Thursday?
can't wait, guys.
In 2 days?
You're not coming.
Wait,
They're coming.
that's a New Year's party. The game on Saturday starts like 7 o'clock.
I can have New Year's then.
No, that's when I'm having New Year's. The English
Oh.
New Year's. Unbelievable. You're just being so greedy, and you're hogging the domestic keg beer all
Come
to
to my
yourself.
party. Bring your green hat.
We love you guys. He's Tim Strachan.
I am, and I can't wait till next week because we'll be at full strength.
We'll be at full strength.
And we'll have more to talk about.
We'll know more.
Meh.
Well, like some more stuff will be knowable.
There will
How
be
about
more
that?
to talk about.
Yeah, knowability is
I'm not
will
making any
be
promises. We know anything.
no, but the knowability of stuff increases on a daily basis, and then it comes down to a lot of people, a huge team of people helping us actually know it. Manner speaking, appreciate you, man. EO, Greg, Rhett, Ken Harris, Robert Cohen,
See you guys.
NES Tecmo, all you good fine folks on Tuesday night hanging out with us. The season is upon us. The year 2 AD has begun, but this was, thank God it's Tuesday. We are still live.
Take us out, DB.
Let's get all the way to here. A little.
Later.
Peace, Rhett.
DP. That was a quick hour. Jesus.
Watch this. Still live. Still live.
Yeah.